live from the gravel pit on a Sunday fun day with our light code readings. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, better be careful, witch, yogi, guru, and messenger of God on a Sunday fun day. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch what I posted in my community page, plus my shorts, holy moly, and the video before this. I had a video this morning about accepting failure. And then I was guided to, it was just so random, I was guided over to the rec center, but the rec center was closed on Sundays, which I should have known, but I forgot. And as soon as I was like pulling out, I was like, hold on then, let me just have a cigarette. This is a good place for a cigarette. And as soon as I said it, an eagle flew over. And it landed right in the trees. I was like, no fucking way. Get the phone out. And we're sitting there and I made a video of it. And then a second eagle came. And I was like, this is unbelievable. I'm going to get them an offering. Because right behind it was a King Super. So I went and got him a salmon and put that up. And that gave me some peace. You know, people laugh. My favorite saying is bird signs. You want to make a strategy based on bird signs. The video I made last night was, you know, and on Saturday night when I went to work and I told that girl, I made a video on Saturday. I showed up at work at 4 o'clock and there's a fucking hawk and a blackbird fighting and shit. And I'm like trying to explain to this girl the meaning of these spirits. It's like, dude, it's one thing to come back as a fucking this, that, or the other. But these spirits, these are the spirits that are honored by all spirits. And it was the eagle at that job that made me know that the Eagles were going to win the fucking Super Bowl because I saw an eagle that day. So then today, as I come to these really harsh realities, that video was very messy. I didn't get through it. I was talking about all kinds of stuff, and then I started crying real hard about my mom. Oh, man. And that's what it is. It's like you come to these higher levels of understanding, where these higher levels, higher spirit guides are here to guide you. It's like, I don't know, and that's where it is like the spirit knows, you know what I mean? There's people, and that's it. My daughter, you know, we couldn't believe it. We've got to get that close. It was half the size of her when we really got close to it. It's like, dude, the size of that bird was half your body, bro. And to let us come that close to it, to be part of the, you know, God's kingdom like that, just amazing. Now, the video I made before I left the hotel was telling us to go back into nature, to reconnect with the animals, to reconnect with the land. And as soon as I got here, I fucking got a tower. It's the same tower. You're like, damn, bitch, you've been doing this for weeks, you in this car. How long you been in a bad relationship yourself? That you know that you need to let it go and you're willing to let it go, but then there's a part of you that won't let it go and you keep not letting it go. And that's where it was. It's like, if you give me a way to hold this together, I'll hold this together. You know, and that's where it was. And it's like, you know, I came to that reality and I'm like, fuck. So anyways, that was the video. Again, same thing. Let the car go. Is what happened to me. And I just really accepted it. And that's what I was telling Ray this morning. He just called me on his lunch break. And I was like, Ray, I got to accept this failure, bro. I was like, even when I was, and that's the truth, and that's what came to me when I was speaking, and that's why it's so important to speak, because you don't even know your truth till you let it out. I was like, you know, before this happened, all that happened was my tire went out, and I was like, I better not drive this no more till I fix the tire. Now there's too many things going on with my car. And so I parked the car. But you know, I drove it from Denver way back out to DIA and back and forth. And there's nothing wrong with my car completely to where I can't drive it. It's just precautionary. So anyways, before that, before I had a second car, how did we do this? I would wake up in the mornings and I would drive us with the family. I would drive to one of my temp agencies, you know, brush my teeth, have my morning, you know, ritual, get changed and stuff, and wait for them to give me a job. They typically always give me a job because they knew I had kids in the car. And so I would go to the job site, take my kids with this job. It was just a day labor. I'd go do the job. I'd park them next to a restroom, make sure they had all their snacks, and check on them throughout the day while I was working. This gave me peace. And that's the thing that I don't have here. And I've told you many times, I don't like leaving them. If something was to happen to me, confirmation, they're all by themselves. You know what I mean? I'm too far away from anything. If something was to happen to them or me, it's just, you know what I mean? I can't, because they don't have the survival skills of what to do. In the worst case instance, they know. If the worst thing happens, you get a hold of Mary Jane. She'll take care of you guys. She'll figure this out. Figure out how to get you guys safe. You call Mr. Plum, you call Mary Jane, but these are people that are out of the state. Now we have Ray, and that was the first thing, the first day. He made sure that everybody had his phone number, you know? So now we have someone, but like something as simplistic, this is how my life has been, is when they go to say emergency contact. Who do we call in case of emergency? There's no one to call, bro. You're going to end up calling the state. Do you know what I mean? It's a real sad situation. So, you know, that causes a lot of stress for me. Do you know what I mean? If you have a house and they're in your house and you know they're safe and everything's in the house and, you know what I mean, they'll be safe. Nobody's going to turn off the electricity. They'll be okay, you know. I did see this video that keeps popping up and I can't even watch it, that they found some kids in Michigan that had been left in their house for like years. They found the kids in terrible condition, but the kids just stayed in the house like they were told. They ate whatever they could find. They lived in the house, you know what I mean? That's animals. They'll stay in the cave, you know. But my kids, you know, and that's just kind of it. So I was telling them, it's like, even when I was doing that, I was making more money than I'm doing now. I had way more peace of mind. My kids were there with me at work. You know what I mean? They were safe. Everything was good. And I had money every day. I was like, I was doing this when we were camping. I would leave them up at the tent and I would race down the mountain and go go do all of this. I can do it. It's just, you know what I mean? I need everything to line up for it. And that's what I was telling them. I was like, if I got my car fixed, it's not like I couldn't make money, but that would be the best way. I can't just leave my kids for 40 hours a week in the car. Not yet, you know what I mean? And that's why the trailer will be different. You know what I mean? Different. Now they have more, they have the facilities, they have the microwave, they have the heater, they have what they need. You know what I mean? Whereas I don't have to run, you know, do you need to go to the bathroom? Do we need to get you something to eat? Do you need this and that and stuff? They can have everything that they need in one place. Whereas they don't know where anything is packed in that car. Do you know what I mean? Like, my son is very helpless. My daughter, she can figure out some shit. We just taught my son last night how to turn on the car. He didn't really even know how to turn on the car. You know what I mean? You know, simple shit like that. And that's what I told him. It's like, well, where are you going to go from here? Believe it or not, there's no pride in what I did, but every day was an adventure. Those jobs were leave me alone and I get paid. You know what I mean? You know, they were hardworking jobs, but that was good for my body. It was good for my self-esteem. It was good for my pride. You know what I mean? I put in an honest day's work. I got an honest day pay, and you know what I mean? The kids were safe, we were safe, and everybody was good. And that's what I told him. It's like, you know, that's what I would be doing. If I didn't have this, that's what I'd be doing. I'd wake up in the morning, you know what I mean? I'd make sure that we were getting money. You know, it's not like I'm giving up on money. But even then, it's like there's an adventure to be had. Every day was different. Not really. They actually liked me at all these construction. It was the same company at all these different places. So once they knew, they just kept inviting me to all these places, which was fine. Like I said, leave the witch alone with a broom. I was doing magnificent works in there. I just want to point that out. As much as scary as my video sounds, like, what, you're just never going to work? No, I just can't do the work that I'm doing, you guys. God always finds a way for me to make money. I'm a gypsy. He always does. I don't have to fucking steal, lie, or kill, or cheat nobody. He finds a way for me to, you know what I mean? He provides our daily bread. It's me trying to do it that's making this messy. Trying to do it my way instead of, you know what I mean, any way that comes to mind. And it's the truth. I can live off of fucking, you know what I mean, 20 bucks and not fucking be worried. But then when you got all this money, you're worried. I just want to go back to it. It's like, I might have to go back to where I started, be with more appreciation for what I had. And that was the truth. When I was in Mr. Plum's, bro, there was no opportunity for growth. And within 2 weeks of coming back and working, you know what I mean, I was working every day. We had a place. We had more of me just, you know what I mean, going into the unknown than not doing nothing. So I just wanted to point that out. And it's like the ego spirit was supporting me in my decision. You know what I mean? They're supporting me. They're in the sense of they're just, God is trying to reassure you. The egos were that this is right. You're not, you know what I mean? And that's it. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of the pieces, you know, I talked to H&R Block 2 yesterday. They said, you know, I explained to them, and that's what we really realized. That was the most peaceful thing. The amount they took no more, no less than what was on that letter. Meaning I have no fear that they're going to touch the Colorado fucking nobody's gonna touch Colorado. And my biggest fear was like, okay, if they took that, that means I owe the Emerald card and H&R Block, and you know what I mean, and this and that and all this stuff. And I'm like, I got really overwhelmed. And they're like, no, H&R Block took their money, they're paid. They took the little extra and they put it towards the Emerald card, and whatever else you owe on the Emerald card will come from your state taxes. And if they took the exact amount and nothing more, that means nobody's touching anything else. If I owed anything more to the federal government, they would have took all of it. You know what I mean? They took what they said, and that goes back to an H&R Block's like, well, we can't do anything until we get the letter. And once the letter comes back, you know, it's, I don't know what it is. It's a wash under the water, I guess, because basically what happened is they said they gave me too much taxes and that I was going to have to pay that back. H&R Block was supposed to pay that back, but I already paid for it. I don't think H&R Block's going to cut me a check for this. You know what I mean? And whatever happened, it's like, you know, it happened. But going forward, I don't get as much as I thought, but I will still get some, and now I have to rearrange what I was thinking, and it puts me back on a different track. When I thought I was getting more, it's like bigger and better. Well, now we'll get a bigger trailer. Well, the bigger trailer doesn't connect to your car. So now we got bigger problems. Whereas we go back to the simplistics of where I was. Fix the fucking car. Get a little trailer and go to, you know what I mean? You're good. You're making things way too difficult. And that's it too, is like, you know, I didn't make it difficult. We just learn. You know what I mean? We just learn. We don't know how to approach things, so we go at it whatever way looks good in the moment, and then you go back. These are those Kobe moments, and you relook and like, damn, I should have stepped left instead of right. I should have. And it's not like you should have. You wouldn't have known unless you made those steps. I never knew to step left instead of right if I didn't make any steps. You know, like, you've been dancing around this for a long time. It's a fucking square dance. Shut up. It's fucking it's a roundabout. Okay, it's that famous one that they show in Europe, or even one in Brazil. They got them in Mexico too. These enormous roundabouts. They got like 75 lanes and nobody can get off of it. That's life. That's life. All right, so let's get to life. Life is life, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And again, my daughter. There's another thing. Like, I was like, I'm gonna go to the shower. You want to shower today? You want to? I shower every fucking day. They don't want to shower every fucking day, and you know, whatever. And today specifically, I have to pay out of pocket instead of us using our free membership. So if you don't want to, that's fine. She's like, but I'd like to go with you. How nice. You're gonna spend some time with me, like, you know what I mean? So we spent all morning together. That was me and her. My son, sleep, dude. He looks so comfortable. I'm jealous, bro. You ever seen someone living their life so good you're just jealous? He is so fucking comfortable in that backseat. He's just fucking, man. If I could just go to sleep like that. When you ain't got bills to pay and shit, you could sleep like that. So he's enjoying his morning. We're just enjoying our lives. And again, it's like, man, like, God is good. Like, bitch, you're homeless and jobless. I know. I always am. But some days are better than others. You know what I mean? Am I always going to be like this? Nah, bro. No, these are choices that I'm making, dude. These are choices that you have to make, you know, and that's it, Joe. You're going to sacrifice security for your dreams. It's not secure when you're chasing your dreams, dude. And right now I'm seeing Justin Bieber, dude. Why am I seeing Justin Bieber? Because he tells the story. Him and his dad were homeless, bro. When they were trying to get discovered and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking Lewis will tell you, him and his dad lived out of a fucking trailer like I'm about to move into. Probably bothers him. Maybe it doesn't. Hey, are you my trailer park boy? I thought that was Marshall. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know what they had to do to get to where they're going, but they had to go through that because that's what makes the story. You know? So, just telling you where we're at. After 17, 14, 15 minutes of it, let's get on with it. So on Sundays, I try to keep it light. We go into, you know, it's a Sunday. We keep it in the light. We're going to talk about our archangels. I'm not even going to show you what we're going to talk about, because then what if we don't talk about it and I just, you know, got you all excited about some shit you didn't get. I do that sometimes. I can't fit it all in. I only got 4 cards with me, so we should be able to. I'm going to give these a shuffle and see which angel is looking over us today. Hopefully it's not Gabriel. The Bible. They choose their favorites. Alright, who do we got? Oh, thank you, Sophia. The highest level of feminine light. No, the Shekinah is, and then there's Sophia. I don't even know what to say. It's all part of the diamond ray. It's part of the highest level of light. I'm going to show you right now. What number were you, Sophia? 38. That's amazing. See, even these have a weird card spread that you're supposed to do. Every book comes with them. I don't follow the rules. Okay, 30, what? 38. She's almost at the very end. Not the rainbow ray, which is Christ. After the rainbow ray, you go into the diamond ray, and that's Sophia. Okay, clear light of source composed of the entire full spectrum, color spectrum. Now, in order to be a light worker, you have to have lit up your chakras. That's what they talk about. You have 7 colors of chakras throughout your body. When you light them all up, it comes to one color, which is white. You could be an indigo kid, which means you only work through your throat chakra. You know what I mean? In the higher chakras. You can be of these, you know what I mean? You can be a light, you can be a color worker, you can be of different realms and different rays. You know what I mean? And that's what it talks about, the 7 rays and all this shit, and ray, and it's funny. But when you hit the highest level, that's what it is your diamond light, you know what I mean? Crystal, you're of the white light. The chakra is the infinity, outside of space and time. That's where I be. Healing, the divine I am presence. All right, crystals associated are the diamond, the Herkimer diamond, a Lemurian seed. Those are those. Lemurian seed quartz, selenite, apophyllite, or a pearl. Essential oils are white rose or neroli. The constellation is the sun, the great central sun, the source of light. On a Sunday. I told you, it's his day. On page 123. Divine alignment and new beginnings. Here we go. It's often linked with the female ascending masters of compassion, namely myself, Isis, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, myself, Kuan Yin. Sophia, whose name means wisdom, in Greek is the angel of unconditional love and the wisdom of the heart. Said to be the first archangel created, Sophia belongs to the order of the seraphim and covers all aspects of love, including maternal and familial, I can't say this word, love, romantic and unconditional. As with Rikabel, and I think that's the last one we pulled. No, it was before Ariel. You can call upon him or her for help with any issue connected with the heart, for this nurturing, gentle, and angel can resolve misunderstandings, heal heartbreak, and help you find your true soulmate. Oh, God. Last time I did this, a bunch of dudes came in. I was like, I'm calling in my soulmate. And then there was like floods of them at the river. I was like, look at them. They're all the type of guy I like. Every single one of them. They have the same haircut, dark skin, tattoos, goatee. All of them. Look at that one. He even has angels. Do you remember that video? I was laughing. Thank God that train went by. That train was, man, it was a train wreck. That was hilarious. My favorite part of that video was the girl. I was like, is she walking on water? It was a great video, dude. Remember that? Careful what you wish for. Next thing you knew, I had a fucking attraction to fucking Wolfman, and then before you knew it, I was right back fucking, lusting over Bobby. I was like, oh man, be careful calling in your soulmates. They'll come from everywhere. You really don't know how many you have. I laughed. I'm like, I'm Lilith. I have so many lovers. I love everyone. Submission is not what we're worried about here. All right, anyways, going back to it, it's funny. My true soulmate. You guys really were true. You truly were my soulmate when I was that version of me. You don't understand. Each of them are always going to be connected to a part of me that's very real, and only each of them can connect with that part. But there's going to be one that can connect with all of those parts, that breaks all of those pieces and brings them together. But yeah, there's, only Marshall's going to get me like Marshall gets me. There's levels to this shit. Do you know what I mean? They can't, I don't know. They're limited. Their love is so limited. There's too much, you know what I mean? My dark side, like this, the very things that Marshall is so in love with are the very things that fucking, that Lewis and Allie will not come near me for. You know what I mean? It's just that. It's like, Hold on. They said they all want that Bobby load. Trust me, you don't. He doesn't seem to be doing so well with it. I want to meet you on that level. That's what they're making fun of. How do I get to that level with you? How did that happen? That takes physicality. What's the difference? He's in my physical reality. He has nothing to do with spirituality. None of it. I think he tried to feed me some bullshit about, I don't know, dude. He's all about fucking material world. He's not spiritual at all. In order for you to have a 3D relationship with me like him, you have to meet me in the 3D. Like he does. You mean like if I meet you, I might get a blow? I don't know. If I feel it, bro, I might just really... He knew I was going to blow him, bro. I knew I was. He knew it because he was like, maybe we should leave here. We went as soon as... What do you mean? What? Am I going to act up? He knew it. So I know how you're going to act. We better not do this sexual act here. He knew, I didn't. I'm laughing. It's like, how do I meet you on that level? Come meet me and we'll see. You have to get to that level. Ask him. There's nothing he did. He just met up with me. So I didn't do anything. I just fucking met her like she said. And this is what she does every time I meet her. She blows me. It's kind of been a thing. Not every time. There was that one time that I was your friend and I just gave you a hug. I did say some inappropriate stuff, though. It's hilarious, right? That's all I could do is giggle. It's like everybody wants to be on that level. What, me on my knees? Yep. That's hilarious. But this humble ancient being rarely takes credit for her work. Preferring to stay in the background, she Alright, I can't speak today. I forget it. Encouraging peace and universal love for the planet. She watches over avatars. So if you've pulled this card, you may be one of the few of the Batsavit. I can't say it. It is the word from fucking Krishna, though. There's that word. Where is it? On the something path. Do you see it? I lost the word. Okay, my eyes are going back again. There it is. See it? Do you see that word? Okay. Like, where's that fucking word? The path of compassion, service to humanity. That's me. I'm stuck here serving humanity. I'm trying to get compassion about it. Depicted as a pregnant Mary Magdalene. I told you my joints keep coming out pregnant. As a sign. Pregnancy is a sign. Dude, they could do it to me. They could do it to me, bro. It could really happen. You're like, really? Yeah, bro. It really could happen. It happened to Mary Magdalene. It happened, dude. I already had this goofy, scary conversation with Pac about it. I was like, nah, bro. I'm sure there's a man out there. Mary Magdalene in her card. Here he goes again. You want to do it with someone you don't know? Mary Magdalene in her card and known as the Heavenly Mother. She is also the guardian of the zodiac who bursts the essence of the stars on earth. Going back to Mother Mary, she was chosen to birth the new world. She was chosen to birth the Savior. That was her calling. Fuck, I get it. And that's why they're always calling me. God just wants me to have some babies. Which ones? Very anointed babies, bro. They shall inherit the earth. They're his kids. I mean, yeah, I get to say that they were mine and they came out of my vagina and shit, and that me and some man made them, but that's not true. Our love makes them, but God has a plan. And that's why I told you, I owe him 2 babies. He's come to collect. Which, too, I'm just the fucking... You don't understand that, bro. I am just the conduit. This is where all life must be birthed through the woman's womb. Whoa. You hear that? That was cool. The trees made noise. That's where life begins. It's not, my life. It's the life. Life is born through there. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's why... I mean, they couldn't kill every pregnant woman. They tried to find her ass, bro. And what did he tell you? She followed the stars. She was led by the stars. The same thing as me. And that's how you know what I mean? The priest found her, too. They were led by the same spirit that she was being guided by. We all hear the same spirit. It just talks to us differently. And that goes back to a lot of the stories of Jesus. It's like these people showed up where Jesus was because the spirit told him where he'd be. Told him what to say. Told him what to do. And the spirit just like, hey, I got a job for you. Get the fuck out of my face. What are you talking about? Yeah, I want you to go like 7 countries over and go tell this guy that God lives. What the fuck are you talking about? Sounds like some fucking St. Patrick bullshit. Nah, that's what happens, bro. Save my people. Moses didn't even know he was part of their people, bro. He didn't even know. He persecuted those people. Yeah, bitch, be humble. Alright, let's get down to it. Let's see. Mary Magdalene in her card, known as the Heavenly Mother. She is the guardian of the zodiac who bursts the essence of the stars on earth and helps us see the bigger picture. She loves without judgment and can teach you to have compassion for yourself to overcome past issues. Her lesson is that if we can love ourselves, then we can fall in love with the entire galaxy. I posted that too, and somebody commented, they're like, right on. I was like, yeah, right on. I was like, nobody loves me like me. Nobody loves me like me, and that's because I'm the only one that knows me like me. And there's a plot, you know what I mean? It's like, I sit here and I be laughing at me. I be just, you think you like me. I love me, bro. I'm hilarious. But that's the journey, is finding loving the things that you hated about yourself. Because all the things I love, I hated. My laugh, holy shit, is that awful? Do you hear it? It gets real going. I start snorkeling, making all kinds of weird noises and shit. I hated it. I hated my thunder thighs. I hated a lot of things, and it's all the things that make me beautiful. You know what I mean? I would never... I'm going to post that picture. I have one. You know what I mean? Not having eyebrows. I don't give a shit. Matter of fact, that's exactly... I just want to show you. Over there is my mirror. I'm getting ready to pluck my eyebrows and take all that shit off my face again. It's like, I wish I could just shave them off like that fully. Just fuck it. All the things I didn't like about myself. My sarcasm. My dark humor. My dirty fucking, comments and shit. How I'd be tearing everybody up. I fucking love that shit. And so there's a lot of people. Marshall loves that shit. If you hate yourself, then people hate yourself. Here comes Russ. Russ shared some goofy video about something about loving yourself. Hey, love yourself. That's what Tree said. You just need to love yourself. It all starts with loving yourself. But you don't like yourself. And that's okay. I hated myself when I woke up because I didn't understand myself. It's not about changing. It's about learning to accept it. You know what I mean? You hate the life that God has given you and what He's made you. But you learn to love the life that God has given you and what He's made you. And then, that's major, bro. If you can deal with yourself and God, then you can deal with anybody outside of yourself and God. The hardest part is dealing with ourselves. We have so much more compassion and understanding when it comes to dealing with someone else. But when it comes to us, dude, we're all over ourselves, dude. Like, fucking dude. For reals. You know what I mean? We don't forgive ourselves. We don't nurture ourselves. That's a lot of my videos. I was talking about it this weekend. It's like I really discovered how much I don't care for myself. You want other people to come take care of you, but you're not caring for you. And when you do learn to fall in love with yourself, you really can fall in love with the entire galaxy. In the sense of all the dark things about me that I didn't like, in essence, until I learned to like them, I wasn't going to like you. But everybody is like me. So I kept seeing people that were like me, but I didn't like them because I didn't like me. So when I see somebody being like me, I have love for them. I have compassion. I have understanding. And that's where it is. It's like you can see your own hurt on other people. In the Bible, she was said to be carrying over man's reluctance to listen to her wisdom. But perhaps as more and more people on the planet began to awaken, she will get her wish. The color I associate with Sophia is almost cosmic, luminous, pearlescent diamond light, like the moon when flashes of pink and deep magenta, the ray of the universal heart. Message: do not fear the depths of your emotions, nor the height of your exuberance. Humanity is undergoing a shift. Find your inner sanctuary as your emotions deepen and soar. And today's a good day where they're not killing us, but, you know, emotions are very fluid, bro. It's fucking waves of water. Here comes Ross. That's his song, Waves. It's just waves. I need you to be you for all of these people. Is what he said, what he channeled in that song. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you think about waves in the water, not every wave is the same. It doesn't crash the same. It's not made of the same shit. There's different particles of sand in each wave that comes over you. There's different, you know what I mean, elements to the water of each wave that comes over you. There's a lot going on here. Cooling down. My fucking phone's too hot in the sun. Damn, I better do something about that. I don't know what to do about that. It's hot out. What do you want me to do? Okay, I'm going to shade my phone. Going back to it, it's like it's all made up of different things. If you were to cruise from, you know, one side of the lake to the other, all the water that you're on is different water. And you have to go through, you know what I mean, the currents of each of the, you know, that's in that water to get to the other side. It wasn't all the same water. It was a whole mass of water, but it was all different waters that you had to sail through. And so, you know, going back to this is like your emotions. Some of them are really great. Some of them don't feel so great, but it's like just this too shall pass. It's just a wave of emotions that have come over you and an opportunity to explore those emotions. I can show you in those messages, and he has them to prove it, and also my videos. My intentions with Bobby were all pure because I was just trying to explore my emotions. Will you allow me to find out where these go? If I let this go and I just feel this and let myself flow with this, what comes out of this? Him. He comes. In the sense of, you know, what happens if I don't try to be a good girl? What if I just let myself love you without trying to restrict it, even though I think this is, you know, I know this is bad. Right? And so this time I just did it without restriction. And I didn't feel bad about it. And that's why it's like, did you think, what, you were going to blow him into, you know, him leaving his wife? No. I wasn't. I knew that those feelings would always led to some kind of sexual behavior. But I wanted to see. I had to see what happens if I don't control this. If I don't try to control this. You know what I mean? And that was the difference, is like, maybe that's the regret later. It's like, maybe because I held back, or because I didn't control myself. And that's where it is like, you know, were you with, you know what I mean? You got to understand where you were coming from when you did such things. Because it's the same thing that happened the first time he came over. And yet I had so much shame and hatred towards myself and the situation and what happened. Whereas the same thing happened this time, but I had so much love and understanding and compassion for what happened. And then again, you listen to my stories and it's like, how? I don't know. That was the crazy part. How could I open up this way towards you? It's levels. Because I promise you, there's 2 years of me hating him before I let myself love him. Those are in the videos. You'll never miss those. Go fucking pick any video, dude. Usually a Saturday. I mean, seriously, you see how many bad emotions I had to go through to find the good ones. And the good emotions were still in the bad acts. The same acts that I deemed as bad and had all those bad emotions attached to ended up being good emotions, which in the monumental universal entirety of my healing was I healed sexual trauma. Interesting, right? By what? Love for another person. My love for another person put me outside of the fear of my body. And what that, you know what I mean? My love for this person made me not fear this person, their touch. Interesting, right? Interesting. All right, so they got guided meditations that I always tell you to get the cards and learn. We're going to jump to the bottom. Now more than ever, it is necessary to hold ourselves with the deepest love and utmost compassion. Meaning just love yourself through this and just feel for yourself. You want to go and run to everyone and tell them how you're feeling and what you're going through, but you won't tell yourself and feel yourself about it. Tell yourself about it and reassure yourself. You want everyone else, or you don't want them to know, which is the opposite. The energies playing out on this planet have become... I forgot I'm supposed to be keeping my phone cool. As if. This is what happened. I turned it around so we didn't have a glare, and now it's too hot. I might just have to stop on one and restart another video. I'm serious. It's telling me my phone is too hot. Okay, going back to it. Let's see. The energies playing out on this planet have become more intense than ever. As Archangel Adnakel has shown us, we are pioneers. Never before in our collective human history have we experienced a time like this, like we are now. It is vital that we remain centered in love with deep compassion and respect for each other and all life. Try to have compassion for where they're coming from. Don't judge them, bro. You don't know what the fuck they're coming from. You're like, no, they're all the same. They're not. They're being led the same. They're not all the same. Sophia asks that we treat ourselves and all life like precious children, overcoming judgment and returning to a space of unconditional love and gentleness as often as we can. Now, as the Lilith, you hear me, bro. I'll be cool, and then I don't be cool. I be cool, bro. I'm a whole Queen of Cups. I love you. And then that card comes up, that memory comes up, that bitch comes up. Bitch. There's the ego. As much as you can, bro. And you don't hate yourself when you do, because it's fully justifiable. You fucking feel that way towards that bitch. You're working on it. There's nothing wrong with the way that you feel. We're working on these feelings. They don't just go away. We work our way through them. If I don't work through it, I'm going to hate your ass forever, bitch. I'm going to hate your ass forever, bitch. I'm working on it. Some days I don't hate your ass. I'd be very compassionate. I'd be very understanding. I'd be feeling bad for you and your childhood, your boyfriend, your fucking insecurities, your fucking everything. And some days I don't fucking feel bad for you. It's a ride. It's a roller coaster. That's it. It doesn't mean that you're unstable. It just means that emotions come in waves. Okay? Let's see. Softening towards yourself will help to open the way for others to embrace their softness. That's it. If you give yourself space, you're going to give other people space. And that's it. Is, people watching me, learning how I have to love myself teaches them to, they recognize when they're making these, I wouldn't say mistakes, but when they're making these patterns in their life, they're like, damn, she's right. I never cared about a woman and her period ever. I hate my periods. Stuff like that, where I'm teaching you how to have love for, what you are and others like you. And, yeah. But again, I'm teaching you through me. I'm learning how to love myself more. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. I'm doing a lot, because this thing is already balancing on a rock like a boulder. Like, seriously, on Garden of the Gods right now. It could fall over at any moment. Just like me. Just like any of us. We could fall over. Our foundation is kind of rocky here. So that's where that is. I'm going to start with this next one. These are my favorite cards as far as... maybe if I just keep this book in front of it and not look at it, it'll protect it. It doesn't stop the recording. That might work. Let's try that. These are the Divine Nature. This is number 32, Submerge. We're submerging. This all has to do with the Hermit, the waters. You know what I mean? We're submerging into our waters, which is our emotions. The Pisces season brings all of that too. I went to 28, establish your sanctuary. 32, trauma is real. And your experience with intense emotions and reactions right now may be very well triggered by something on life's surface that has deep roots in the subconscious. A lot of things have traumatized us. We don't use that word, but we'll say molded us. And that's it. Our experiences have created the fears and limitations that are in us. You can say it was caused by trauma, and there's little things that happened in your life you didn't realize it was so traumatic to your being. There's this memory, and I share it a lot because it's like, memories are hard, but this one sticks with me. It's over there on Bear Creek. My mom and my aunt lives, she has both of her sisters that live there, and all of us, we have a big ass house. And anyways, they're all in the living area, and there's a mess, and my mom's yelling at me to clean up the mess. My mom's a harsh yeller. Clean up the fucking mess, right? And she tells me to go, I can't get it up. I tell her I can't clean it up. She said, use some elbow grease. She tells me to use some elbow grease. I don't know what elbow grease is. I'm very little, maybe 5, 6, something. I can see myself very little. So I go into the kitchen and I look underneath the sink and I can't find it. And she screams at me, what the fuck are you doing in there? And I turned to her and I said, I'm trying to find the elbow grease. And the whole living room hears me say this. And they start laughing at me. It's hilarious to them. But I'm just trying not to get slapped, bro. She wants me to clean, and I don't know what she wants me to do. And she's screaming at me to do this, and I'm just trying to do what she said. And now everybody's laughing at me, and I don't even know what I did. I don't even think she actually told me that there was no such thing as elbow grease, because they had such a good laugh. That was traumatizing to me. That traumatized me to where that memory comes up, and every time it comes up, it hurts. It hurts me. Every time I cry, because I feel little me just there, like I don't know. That was my mother, bro. The same mother I was crying about in my other video, how much I love her, and how I couldn't let go of her fucking suitcase. They come. Did I ever really hate her? I don't know. I was really mad when I seen, when these memories come up. I get mad. But I'm just real sad. So going back to it, there's trauma. Like, yeah, I did get raped a lot. I got beat. I got a lot of things. But not all those things stuck with me. Some things stuck with me real hard. My ex-husband telling me he would never fuck with you. That traumatized me. That created unbelievable insecurities of me that I didn't, that took even till now, where I have to look at myself in my own pictures and be like, you are beautiful, you're skinny, you're this, you're that. I have to tell myself, because nobody's telling me, that all that shit they said was not true. Look at you, you're beautiful, you're this. I had to find it in myself, though. I had to look past their words and see myself in those pictures. You know what I mean? Not their words, but see, how I felt about me, not what people said about me. So going back to trauma is real. It's real, bro. People have said things to us that fucked us up. And they didn't even realize how fucked up what they said was. It was just a joke to them. It was just a roll off their tongue that they would say to anyone. But it fucked us up for life, bro. Trauma is real. And your experience with intense emotions and reactions right now may very well be triggered by something on life's surface that has deep roots in the subconscious. Science calculates about 10% of our lives is run by our conscious thought, while 90% is run by the subconscious. So if you find yourself with present triggers that make you feel not enough, too much, overwhelmed, afraid, or chronically separated from your own sense of love and belonging, the question isn't, what's wrong with me? That's what we ask all the time. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just get a job? Why can't I just get a house? Why can't I just have friends? Why can't I just be normal? What's fucking wrong with me? God made me different. My experiences made things hard for me to be like regular people. And the only way I was able to be like regular people was to be sick. You know what I mean? Like, what was my option? I was crazy, bro. The only way I ever had a job was crazy. A different part of my mind took over so that I could live a normal life. And where's that life? What do I have to show for that? There's nothing wrong with me. There was a lot wrong with me before this that I didn't even know was wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with my current reality. What's wrong with me is what's happened to me, and I'm working it out piece by piece. It's all very terrible. Nobody's ever pulled this much darkness out of a closet. And it never ends. There's more. It's like, I thought I could do this in a summer. Like I told him. Like I told Bobby. It's like, I didn't even know I was crazy. Until he said that, dude. This would happen. I'm just living my life. Just one step in front of the other. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what's next? Dinner's next. After dinner, I do this. After that, I've got to go to work. After work, I'll get some sleep. Then I take the kids in the morning. Then I write some music. After the music, then we do this. Then we do this. Then we do this. I just kept doing that. That's what I told him. I just do whatever my mind says. I go from one thing to another, to another, to another. I'm just living my life. And he's like, always remember the times. What times? I only remember, like, working with you. What are you talking about? Said, we hooked up. Huh? Wait, what? Hold on. I don't remember fucking with you. I was like, as we're typing, I'm like, hold on. I slept with you and don't remember it. Wait a minute, what about my husband? I don't remember fucking sleeping with these guys. Oh my god. Then I started thinking about my kids. Oh my god, I don't remember their fucking lives. Then I started going through everyone. I'm like, oh my fucking god, where are all my memories, bro? Alright. So you can say I lived all this life. Normal. But I woke up and realized there was something very not normal going on, bro. And when I had all of this awakening and all this realization that there was all this shit inside of me, all I could do was focus on what I was finding inside of me. And I couldn't manage my outside world. And God literally had to take over, and he had to, you know what I mean? So I could work on this. Because God can't fix what's inside of me. He can't make it go away, bro. I've cried and prayed to him. Like, I know this. I'm almost magical. He can't make that go away, bro. You can't just make it go away. We have to work through it. He literally put us through it. It's like he can't just make it. But in essence, he did. All these things that happened to me just magically went away inside of my brain. 90% of it. Just somewhere hidden in my subconscious. Or 90% of my life is hidden in the 10% of my conscious that no longer is useful. Only when I'm in my subconscious can I access this stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, what's wrong with me? There was a lot wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with me now. I'm fixing what was wrong with me. But during the fixing of it, my outside doesn't look like I got anything together. I'm trying to put it all together. But in the sense of your judging doesn't help. Look at it day by day. Me and my children are provided for day by day. Every day, you will see in my videos that I've done my best and I've stressed my best or I've faithed my best through that day. And if I didn't do actual work, I can tell you how I did so much internal work. People as sick as me never came back, bro. They don't heal from what happened to me. And that was half of why I was so scared, to go in and start telling them what was up. But that was it. It's like, it's a miracle. I'm a miracle. But it's not, because it's like, it's hard work, bro. I could have lived the rest of my life numb, not even living life, not having memories, not having anything, just following my brain, not having a life. 39 years, bro. No ideas. They come. The memories I tell you now have come in one by one, little by little, through a story, through an activation. 39 years of a life of numb. Now I'm awake and I feel everything, and it doesn't feel so good, but it's so important to feel because I never felt before. I don't like these memories, but at least now I know where I came from and what happened. And little by little, I understand why I talk, why I'm scared to do such things, why I'm scared of people, why I'm mean to people, why I'm all alone, why it's so hard for me, why I'm such, I just, it's like you don't even know who you are. It's like waking up from a coma and now you're supposed to live and you don't know how to live. You're like, was I ever here? Like, I have the memories. I know how to brush my teeth. My brain tells me what to do. It knows how to do. But in the sense of, it's like, nah, I can't operate like you guys when I'm doing all of this. And while I'm doing all of this, I show you that you do the work inside and you let God worry about the outside. And though I can't provide stability for myself while I'm doing this type of work, because I'm still working it out, and until I work this out, I can't put myself out around people. I've realized that, you know what I mean? It's like the whole people just bring up all of this, and it's I got to deal with this. I can only go out a little bit, and then a lot comes out of it. A lot of my, past life, my life experiences come to the surface, and it's a lot of healing and pain. And so, you can't just, you know what I mean? You can't just shove me out there, but they do their best to shove me out there, so I can get to this. And then meanwhile, God's providing security. It just doesn't look secure to you, but He's got us, bro. Every day, He's making sure that we're taken care of, bro. We have a place to sleep. We have more than 3 meals a day. We have internet. We're showering. We're safe, bro. We're not, you know what I mean? I'm not on drugs. I'm not crazy. I'm healing crazy, bro. And it looks real crazy to people while you do this. The alternative is what? A mental institution where they're going to tell me how to heal myself, wait for some therapist to come in. And it's even that. I don't even follow in the criteria of it. If there was, you think I can go out and collect disability for this? Many would. But in the sense of, it's not a disability. I'm going to work through it. It's just, yeah, bro. Mentally, it's like you would say it was a mental illness, but it's a severe emotional illness, bro. You know what I mean? Talking about narcissists and shit like that. That's a severe emotional disability. You're disabled by your emotions. Mental is, you know what I mean? You have a mental disability. Your brain, your mentality, the way you think, is a disability to you. It causes, you know what I mean, you not to be able to function. Mine's not my thoughts. It's the emotions. And that's what they said. You're emotionally unstable. And it's triggered by my outside world. So imagine why it's so hard for me to go outside. Please don't make me go out there. It reminds me of everything that hurts. But I do, and that's it. It's like, what's wrong with me? There was a lot wrong with me, and I didn't even know it. I was out here fixing everybody else, bro. Had no idea I was fucked up. No idea I was hurting. No idea any of this. I mean, when the memories come in, I realize, yeah, I've always known. But where was this? Where was this memory hidden? It's not like I fabricated it. It's a real memory, but it's like they're all, deep under submerged. So the question isn't what's wrong with me. The right question is what's happened to me. Your subconscious has many of the answers to situations that plague and mystify you. Quest down into the sacred space and explore the truths awaiting there. It's like, why are you an asshole? What created this asshole? That's it. They thought I was crazy when I woke up. They just wanted me to go back under. And that's what I mean. It's like the Matrix, dude. They wanted me to go back under. People wanted me to go back to sleep. Just be quiet. Just get a job. Just put your head down. Just make money. Don't act like you have feelings. I've never felt this way. I don't know what's going on. It was so terrifying to me. It was the scariest thing ever. And I was very codependent. You know what I mean? Reaching out to anyone. And especially Bobby. What do you know about me? Tell me. And then, you know, this last couple times, a couple things I asked him, but not much. Don't tell me too much. Those are your memories. Mine are just the ones to fix. It's some shit, you know? And so my earlier video, people are like judging. They're like, what, you're just not going to work? You're just going to be a homeless bitch? You're just going to not do this? Nah, bro. I'm going to. I just can't work like other people do. I can't fit in like I used to, bro. I'd have to, you know what I mean? In order for me to go out into the world, which is impossible, is to turn off my feelings. I'm all clear senses. I feel everything that you're thinking and speaking and everything on top of my own and everybody's. Now I feel everything. I can't turn it off. It's a superpower. But they're waves, bro. It's not always good feelings, bro. It's not always good feelings. You need to go back to this. Don't ask yourself what's wrong with me. What happened to me? And that's what I said. What happened to me? And that's what we discover. Is what's happened to us that we can't go forward. Not what's wrong with me, why I can't go forward. What's happened to me that I can't go forward. That's heavy duty shit. These cards, they're amazing. Maybe you can see the prettiness in it. Do you see it? They're amazing. I love these cards. They're called the Divine Nature. It was one of my first purchases. They're really amazing. If there's one card I have to read on a Sunday, it's the Lemurians. I only have 2 more cards. I'm just getting wore out. And that's what it is. When you dig deep into your emotions and you pull them out of you, it wears your body out. Alright, let's put this away. I had the Lightworkers and the Lemurians. Let's do the Lemurian card. Oh, the dragon. I wonder why she keeps turning on the card. I keep hearing it. Radical expansion. Number 40. Look, straight from the heart. That dragon comes out of your heart. Listen to your heart. That's what I heard. Hold on. You see it wiggling? Yeah, dude, it's on a rock. It's like not even. Okay, the phone's still... Okay, cool. Number 40. My stomach's growling too. Living and loving at full capacity. Being unapologetically yourself. Self-expression. Boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creative exploration, radical ways of being. I got a lot down there. Yeah. I'm wore out. That wore me out. What would it be like to live, love, and feel at full capacity? Do you imagine what it would be like? This card is about being truly and unapologetically yourself. I want to say that's, it's like I always want to say that's who I am. But I can't fully be myself until I fully understand who I was. And that means past lives and this life. That's the exploration of me. You know what I mean? Is becoming free, knowing me. Know thyself. The truth shall set you free. You know what I mean? Truly setting yourself free. The gifts you think are too bold for this world are those heartfelt experiences you believe you should hold back on. Might just light someone up. And that's what I told you. The things that I hated about myself, you know what I mean, are actually the things that people love. And I love them. You know what I mean? Like, talking, like, about that freely. You know what I mean? the succubus talks about blowjobs so freely. Yeah, I do. And it's an act of love, not lust. It's an act of love. I've come to teach you that. If there's one thing you'll learn from Lilith, a blowjob was an act of love, not lust. Lilith wasn't about lust. She was about love. That's what you don't get. I'm not going to lay with you just because you think I should, because you are man. I've come to teach you many things. But in the sense of, that was it. That's where this whole thing started, bro. I was so fucking ashamed about it. How? Why would you do that? It was an act of love. Alright, anyways, the physicals, and that's it too, is like all my dirty, awful traumas of telling you what's happened to me. I don't want nobody to know what I've been through. And that's what I said, is like, I'm famous for my pain and suffering. That's what my story will be famous for, is all the pain and suffering I went through. The healing journey is what God wants you to know, but you'll always remember those stories. They're cringing. They're terrible. And that's what people love, is they love that shit, bro. It's awful. You feed off of it. You feed off the negativity. And I'm full of it. I'm full of it, bro. God is, you know what I mean? It's like just when you think it can't get any worse, here comes another fucked up memory. It's like a new chapter of fucking darkness. People love that shit. And that's what I become famous about, is my pain and suffering, all the fucking terrible things that have happened to me. But how I've overcome it. And this is the ugly part, is the overcoming. Damn, dude, you were really homeless in your car? Yeah. You really went to all those places? Yeah. It's all real. It was an exploration of everything at the same time. It's real. But, that's it. It's like, those experiences you believe you should hold back might just light someone up. That's it. Marshall didn't know there was anybody that had ever had a worse life than him. The physical self-expression that you dull down so you fit in, and those dreams that seem too vast could be precious, could be precisely what the world is waiting for. And that's it. God has a big job for me. My job is to inspire humanity with my overcoming. All he wants me to do is stop doing everything else and work on myself. Which is what I know how to do, is like push myself out. Push myself out on everyone. Push this, my healing, my traumas, my spirituality, my freakness, my ability, all of me. They want me to push all of me out there for all to see. But in order to do that, you have to love all parts of you. You're like, yeah, but what if they find out about this part? No. You know what I mean? It's all cool until I got to read from the aliens and tell you about the aliens. It's all cool until I start telling you, you know what I mean, my bloodline. Like, you know what I mean? There's these parts of it. It's like we don't fully accept. But in that, it's like, I don't want people to know I'm a total fucking spiritual freak. But that's my superpower, is I'm a total super spiritual freak. You know what I mean? You don't want people to know the things that make you stand out, but the things that make you stand out is what makes you a leader. Going back to my video earlier, is God just wants me to take my priesthood to the next level. I told you what he wants me to do. Start advertising. He wants me to do on TikTok, same as anybody would do when they're ready to take their art to a next level. It's like, all right, now we got to go out and show the people. It's time for exposure. And when that time came, I ran as far as I could, all the way back into my hole, and was like, I don't want to. Please don't make me go out there. I don't want them to see me. They're not going to like me. They're going to judge me. They're going to treat me like shit, and they're going to be all these things. The whole inner child came out this week. And I held on to the car, and I held on to everything just so I didn't have to go out there. You hold on to everything so you don't have to go out and be seen for, you know what I mean, yourself. People wish that they had, and that's it. It's like it's not what makes me me, is what I've been through. You can't be me because you haven't been through what I've been through. And if you're listening to the stories, it's pain and suffering. And that's what makes me so powerful. It's because so many people have been through the same levels of pain and suffering. And I can, you know what I mean? I'm a voice to the pain and suffering that's never been heard. My own, but everyone else alike. I'm a healer. That's all I do is heal myself and teach other people how to heal themselves. That's my best quality. I'm a servant of God. That is my best quality. I serve him well. And I have all these great gifts to do it. You know what I mean? I serve humanity in the sense of I'm a teacher, a shaman, a seer. I get all of this information from the, you know what I mean, from the spirit realms of the higher dimensions, and I bring it here for humanity. This is my gift to humanity. This is what God created me as. And he wants me to use those gifts for the rest of my life and not look for a place and, you know, nothing else. He said, you know what I mean? We'll buy our house. I will give you your house and you'll have your money, but you don't need a job. I've given you a job, a very mighty job to do. And I told you what I want you to do. And really what he wants me to do is just chill. And that's what the cards are saying is give up the car, take some time out, just sit down, ground all of this, start making a plan, which is you know, if I'm not chasing money, I can sit down for a minute like I am right now and let things flow and make sense. Where it's like, all right, I can make this plan to start getting my stuff out on TikTok. I can start working on this music that they want me to put on the radio. Again, guys, we have a positive radio station, Flow 107.1. They're looking for positive new artists to put on the radio. They're looking for me. Turn on the lights. I'm looking for... They're waiting for me and other people like me to speak up. There's a place for me now. I have to sit down and create, you know what I mean? I have the words, I have all this, but I'm not giving it my time. I'm not giving it my energy. I'm not taking the time out to take pieces of these videos and just move it to a new place. I watch my own videos afterwards and I pause them and laugh. I'm like, damn, that was great. I know which, you know, that's what they want me to do is grab those little pieces and throw that over there with a link to come catch the healing. That's all they're asking me to do as far as that. I don't have to be no weird creator and, you know, do nothing like that. They want me to take some time to do what I like to do, which is write music. They've already given me the beats to do it. They want me to work on this stuff, right? And I feel like, you know, I know what it leads to, which is greatness, but I'm still holding on to, you know what I mean, the programming of this is what I've got to do. And that's not true. And that's where it's like, this is my struggles, and you've witnessed it for weeks, months, years, however long you've been with me. Well, it's been a year I've been on YouTube, so some of you have been for longer than that have just followed over, but it's a journey. I'm going to get over this threshold, like I always do, only to meet another challenge, bro. I'm pushing myself to greatness. God's pushing me, but it's me that has to push me. And you'll listen, sometimes I don't want to. I give up, I've had enough. Don't pull out another fucking card, don't pull out another memory, I've had too much. You know, we're only human, and that's what I said too, it's like, my spirit's endless, bro. This fucking body, dude, it can only take on so much thoughts, so much feelings, so much physical activity, so much interaction. You know what I mean? So much food, so much drinks. My son, oh my God, bro. It's like your biggest fear, bro. As a Lyft driver, your biggest fear is that somebody's going to throw up in your car. Did he throw up in my car? No. We caught a Lyft yesterday to go pick up my car, but it was outside of the Lyft app. This is a true-ass story. And I kept asking him, did you throw up in his car? As soon as he stopped the car, my son opened the door and started throwing up in his hoodie. So I grabbed the hoodie and I just threw it out and he got out. I don't know if he got anything in the car. Now, if you're a Lyft driver, this fucks up everything, bro. First off, you've got to get the car cleaned. You cannot have the smell of throw up in your car. Second, you have to charge that person like $400. I asked this man to give me a ride outside of the Lyft app. If my son would have fucking thrown up in his car, he'd have been fucked for $20 ride by just helping some people out. So I pray to God my son didn't throw up. But yesterday, my son ate like 4 pieces of pizza and drank a big gulp right before we got in the car and fucking got sick. The kid drinks big gulps all day and eats pizza all day. But this particular moment was a no-go, bro. His body couldn't handle it. That's probably why he's laid out. He didn't feel good. I forgot about that. In essence, your body has its limitations. Your body has its limitations, and you have to honor that. Okay. Let's see. Let me move on to this. The physical expression you have, or the physical expression that you dull down so you fit into those dreams that seem too vast could be precisely what the world is waiting for. Do you feel that you have the right to take up space? I created a new space that nobody else exists in, so yes. There's no one like me. Card readers watch me like crazy. They try to bring in the same cards. They try to bring in the messages, but they realize that it has nothing to do with tarot. They're asking you for love readings, not healing. I'm a real-ass healer, bro. I don't do love readings. You saw that. It gets real bad when I try to do tarot. I don't know what they mean. I know what they mean in healing. I'm a healer, bro. And they try to be like, because healing is the big movement. Everybody wants to be part of the healing. Not realizing it's inner healing, dickhead. Once you heal yourself, then you can heal others. You can really be an inspiration. You can be part of the movement when you start moving in it. You know what I mean? So, do you feel that you have the right to take up space? God created a space for no one else but me. I take up all time and space. Our auras can expand manifold, but we often choose to keep them tight into our bodies, maybe for safety. But what is this construct in which we have imprisoned ourselves? Where do... They're going back to me judging you guys. It's like, I know how to run your business, but I don't run my own. I know how to sell merch. I know how to get my name out there on labels. I know what it takes to drop a single, to get the right, the right protocol before you drop a single. I know what you're supposed to do after a single. I know how long it takes before you drop the next single. I know all of these movements. And I sit here all day telling you how to run your life instead of applying it to my own. I'm projecting on you. And that goes back to Jonica. I told you. And that goes back to Russ. It's like, Russ is telling other people, and other people are taking his information, right? He's telling other people how to make it big in the industry, while he's complaining about how he's fighting through the industry his whole life. And then meanwhile looking at me for ideas of how to make it into the industry. You're the industry. So it's quite funny, because he's an example of projections. You know what I mean? He's so busy telling you how to make it, but he's not making it himself. He's not following it himself. So that's what they pointed out here. Where does the subtle or not so subtle shame come from? But where is this construct in which we have imprisoned ourselves? Why not dance our most beautiful dance, dress in a way that makes us feel magnificent, or sing? That's another thing that happened yesterday. I was trying to hit a note. I was like, I'm not a singer. I said, you're not. You're going to rap. I said, I'm not a rapper. You're going to rap. You're going to rap to them. I was like, okay. I'm not a singer. And that was the hardest question every time you tell somebody you make music. Are you a singer or a rapper? Neither. That's what I said. I didn't know how to answer that question. It's the first question everybody asks you. I don't sing, but I don't rap. But I have to give myself, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, you have to be one or the other. Fine, then I'm a rapper. I'm not going to stress my voice to sing, but I can rap. So that's what they said too. It was the other, I don't know, I think it was Pac yesterday. It's like, you're going to rap. Okay. I mean, like, I can't sing. And that's why I kept bringing in Hana. You're a singer. I can do this. I need a singer. You can sing. Ali, he's a singer. Do you know what I mean? He's a singer. I don't sing. Like, you don't sing? I don't sing. All right. Let's see. Where does this subtle, not so subtle shame, blah, 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 dress in a way that makes us feel magnificent or sing so our voices are heard. Considering the paradigm of our judgment in others can help us expand in into authentic expression. We may not be aware of the thoughts that we're imprinted in us. Okay, they're getting on me. Like right now I'm like, I've been down here for too long. I need to go check on them. They're like, stop. The kids are fine. If you need something, they'll come to you. Calm down. Do you see me? You can't. I'm explaining to you what the internal battles. I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, I've been here too long. I heard them turn on the car 3 times. Maybe CJ's awake. Maybe I need something from me. I need to wrap this up and get up to there. So then I'll rush through this only for them to be like, we're fine. I do that a lot. I'm just saying that. It's like they don't need me. I don't know. It just happened right now. It's like it happens a lot. It's like, you know, it just happens a lot where I'm like, I lack trust in a lot of areas of life. And when it comes to my kids, I think that's something they're trying to show me right now. Really. I mean, it comes from a place of love. It's like you're overprotective. Calm down. And even they tell me, and that's everybody tells me, calm down. Why am I so protective? Look at my childhood, bro. Can you see why I'd be so protective of them? After I know what's happened to me, I want to just protect them from what's happened to me. So if you imagine everything in my life was dangerous, I might be a little bit of a helicopter. Do you know what I mean? And always being needed also makes me feel, you know, if I've been away for too long, it's like, oh, they probably need me. Somebody needs something of me. Just showing you they're doing a lot of healing inside of me. I'm doing a lot of healing. And then the sense of calm down is, don't tell me to calm down. I'm done. Fuck your class. In the sense of I could go with these feelings or I could listen to the spirits say everything's okay. They're okay up there. Don't worry about it. They're okay. Which they're literally 15 feet away, but I can't see them. You're like, dude, they're 12 and 14. I know. And this is what I mean is like you have to become aware. Like you crazy, right? I'm just showing you. It's that mothering the coming out of Sophia. I don't know. It came out when we were saying this, but what is the construct in which we've imprisoned ourselves? And that's where it came from. As soon as I said that, I was like, my kids need me. That's what came up in my subconscious. My kids need me. I need to hurry up. My kids need me. It's a subconscious wound. Do they need me? No, they have me. Whenever you want, I'm right here. They don't need me. It's me needing me. It's the subconscious. It's me as a child always needing somebody. As now I believe they need someone as much as I need someone. Listen to this. It goes on further. Let's see. And that's where I kept it. It says, but we often choose to keep them in our tight bodies, maybe for safety. Why not dance? Blah, blah. Considering the paradigm of our judgment in others can help us expand into our authentic expression. We may not be aware of the thoughts that were imprinted in us from a young age, though our parents, teachers, society, through our parents, teachers, and society, and the media. Separation and limitation begins with your beliefs around what is acceptable and what is not. And you heard that come up before we even read this. It's like my lifestyle is unacceptable to you. It's I get it. It doesn't look good on paper. I'm trying to show you that it's not a lifestyle I want. It's not one I'm accepting. It's not one I'm fully comfortable with. But I've been made to step into this lifestyle to show you how many okay, first it's my own lifestyle this is my, you know what I mean? It's not like God said, you're going to go be homeless and go live in the fucking, you know what I mean, on the streets and in your car and all of this. I didn't see any of this when he said, you know, quit your job a year ago. Nah, bro. No. He would have nobody would have ever done this without peace, mercy, grace, and understanding. Somebody else would have lost their mind by now. Meanwhile, I'm trying to piece it together. That's not how this works. There goes my car again. What are they doing? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, going back to it, it's like, we are made up of our experiences, what people told us. And that's where it is. It's like it's taking all of this off and figuring out, you know what I mean? A lot of people have told something, what is my truth? I know this is your truth and this is how you live your life. But that's not my truth. And I'm seeing my daughter. My daughter says she doesn't believe in God. I don't believe in God. She knows that all I believe in is God, and we let God run our lives. She's not fighting. She just doesn't believe in what I see. That's her truth. That's mine. You know what I mean? It's. I just want to point that out. It's like, let me say this one more time for those in the back. We may not be aware that our thoughts were imprinted in us from a young age. They were put in us through our parents, teachers, society, and media. Separation and limitation begins with your beliefs around what is acceptable and what is not. And that's judgment. What is good, what is evil, what is right, what is wrong. Connection and possibility come through owning your power and embracing your responsibility to be more visible in the world and not shy away from life. And that's it. I'm trying to hide somewhere. What did I tell him? I just want to get a job where you can leave me alone and I can hide and make some quick money and nobody sees me. God wants the whole world to see me. It is time for radical ways of being and thinking. You can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you. Having a voice is essential for power to shift back to individuals and communities outside of prescribed normality. And that's it. I am a voice. I say the things that no one's ever said. I have those conversations. I am their voice. It is a time to unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment and radically unconventional gifts, and to have fun with it. Are you ready? It's not going to happen overnight, but we have to accept it and start working towards it, not running from it and rejecting it. We have to take the little steps towards it, which is what? Freeing up my time and energy. This takes time and energy. That's what I said. That car is a burden to me. When I look at that car, I feel all kinds of force. Meaning I look at it and it's like, you should be working. You should be driving. You should be driving. Just looking at it makes me want to drive. If I didn't have that car, I had nowhere to go, then I wouldn't go, and I'd have plenty of time and energy to sit down and do this. But I'm always thinking about, when am I going to get in that car and drive? Am I going to drive today? I hope I can drive today. I need to drive today. I got to drive today. Every day I start the day with the intention that I'm going to drive today. Waiting for that part, spending a lot of my time consuming that I'm going to do something that it just doesn't happen. And so if I eliminate the car, then I'll start focusing on something else, is what I tried to say as far as the chasing. If I'm not, you know what I mean? If I wake up in the morning and there's no car there, then I'm not waking up and rushing to get out of my car and hit the streets. Right? When the sun goes down at night and I'm tired and there's no car there, I'm not worried about running out and going to drive. Every Monday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, I'm not worried about doing 20 rides and making hundreds of dollars. If I just give it back, I don't have to worry about it no more. I can stop the worry about the car. I don't have to worry about my house. It's coming. Okay? As far as money, it takes very little for us to survive. And again, my friend had offered to give me money for the car. I can ask him for money to hold me off until I get my money. Or until I can, or fix my car so I can make more money another way. First start is always about letting go of something. You have to create space. That car is taking up a lot of space in my life. And if I free it, it's going to give me all kinds of space. Like I said, I'm not thinking about driving my car all day. I'm fine sitting out here until we get hungry or until we need something. Then we go to where it is. But everywhere around me, I can drive my car to whatever I need nearby. I don't need to drive that car unless I'm going to Denver or I'm going, these places. But what do I need from Denver that I can't find out in Aurora? That's what I mean, is I go to the places that I know and that are comfortable, but I can find another place to go to. There's a Walmart out here. There's King Soopers, the rec centers. Everything I need is, and that's it. It's like, but they don't have this. And I bet they do. Or you can go without. You know what I mean? And I lived in fucking Oklahoma where they had nothing. Taco Bell is a fucking restaurant where I came from. And I just want to add, while I was there, they opened a Chinese restaurant, which was very expensive and good. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's like, it's a different way of life. It's not what I'm used to. I'm used to having a lot more of what I thought I needed. But really, going back to it, it's like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to be in my car. And now I have to find another way to make money. Again, the car isn't making me money. It's driving me around, which means what? I'll be having to either drive around my car or fix my car. All things that still need to be done that I'm not doing because I'm putting all my focus on this stupid car. So, again, it all starts with letting go of something to create room for a lot more stuff. Okay? It is time for radical ways of being and thinking. You can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you, having your voice. It's time to unleash your inner rainbow dragon, unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment, and radiantly unconventional gifts. Right? Okay, as bold and radical as some of your ideas or offerings might be, who is to say that they're not what the world is waiting for, what the world wants? Take note of any judgment of authentic expression towards yourself or others. Be mindful that creatively exploring unrefined expression may be what is needed right now. Remember to center yourself in your heart and be the masterpiece your soul always wanted to be. It takes work, guys. A lot of work to live your dream. It's not too hard to get a job. It's kind of hard to keep a job. I'm gonna be honest about that. But yeah, they came pretty clear to me. The message is clear, and that's it. It's like, if I'm not worried about driving today, I could really enjoy today. It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? If I'm not worried about that, and I don't need to be. And that's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? I can simply ask him to help me fix my car, and then I'm making money again. I could probably take the car the way it is. I just told you, it sounds scary. It sounds scary. You ever did that? Ride the brakes and the rotors like that? And then I'm on a donut. It's just a good idea. So again, it's like I could get all this shit fixed, and then I'm back on the road, and I can make my own money until, and that's what we're doing. What are we doing? Fixing my car. We're going to put a fucking hitch on that bitch. We're going to get a small trailer. And we're going to ride off into the wind. They already gave me a way to have a fucking place, you know what I mean? And a voice. And all of my work is right now, it's not, too much of moving in the 3D. But everything when I'm ready is here. And that's what I said too. Is like, maybe I should just try out home for a while before I go taking all these fucking trips. You know what I mean? They're hiring at all of the KOAs here. I was like, how great would it be if I got it at Cherry Creek? You guys got to know it to understand it. It's like, dude, if I just got a spot, I could just camp up. Even Chatfield, bro. Every one of their places have water, electricity, and that's where we went to take our showers. It's beautiful to wake up every morning there. And what does that mean? You put in like 10, 15 hours doing something. That place is so big that they have all kinds of shit. They have the drones, they have horseback riding, they have fucking... You could work at the marina. They actually sell stuff. You could be somebody that checks in cars. You could empty garbages. You could ride around in one of those fucking park trucks. I don't know. There's a million of these stupid positions at every national park. And the position allows me to come with my RV and hook it up. That's free electricity, water, and, you know what I mean? All of that. Most of them are paid positions. If I work at a KOA, I get paid. So I'm actually getting paid to live there, get some, you know what I mean? And that's where my kids are. And then, you know, that establishes stability to where, okay, we can find a school nearby now. I ain't going nowhere. We're here. This is our land for right now. You know, stuff like that and shit like that. It's like, not that they're not going to be at school. It's like, let me establish my house, and now we can move our house to where we can move them into the right neighborhoods. Right? You could still do that. But anyways, you know, it's like, yeah, it's been one hell of a messy ride, and we're not done yet. We're closing out chapters to get ready to open a whole new year of funness. You know, we're taking this to the next level. I got my degree in this shit, bro. That's what they said. It's my 3rd year. I've got my bachelor's degree. We're still going, but now it's time to start, you know what I mean, making money off of skills. In the sense of, really? Not really. I mean, yeah, eventually. This shit's going to be worth a lot. They're really going to invest. You know, they pay me for an interview. That's how that works. They pay me for a fucking, for, you know what I mean, for fucking, being in their magazines, for being featured. You know what I mean? Features are paid, not just fucking collaborations on fucking music. That's it. It's like, you know, I stand for all parts of spirituality, all parts of healing, all parts of culture, the sexes, everything. It's like I'm a face and voice of all of, you know, equality, ultimately. And so once it all gets out, yeah, it's a $1 billion industry, but the $1 billion is going back into the people. It's like, we're going to, you know, build the people back up with what I know. We're building spiritual communities. I'm serious, and that's it. Bought the builder, bitch. I even have a blueprint of how to build mini houses and everything. I learned how to, you know what I mean, to build the farmland, the agriculture. We're getting to work, bro. But it also, the work starts with the, you know, the tedious shit. Just stepping out there, getting your name out there, getting heard, telling people what you do, start selling it, get your fucking, and that's really it. And that's what I'm best at, is sales. But I'm not applying myself in what I'm best at. And maybe you're not either. It's like, you have these skills that you've had forever, but you just don't tap into them. You haven't used them in so long, you forgot how good they are, and that you need that skill in this area of life right now. And that's really what I'd be projecting on everyone. I project in my highest fucking skill is, you know, marketing. I need to market myself, but I haven't, you know, what's been holding me back? What's holding me back from my dreams? Oh, my reality. Keep trying to keep it real, and it's just unreal. Going back to it. Judge not lest thee be judged. Judge not lest thee be judged. And that's what this is all talking about, is stop judging yourself, stop judging others, stop judging God and what he's done for you. Start understanding. Try to have understanding. That's where compassion and forgiveness come from, is just trying to understand, trying to break through, trying to make yourself understand it. I just don't get it. We're going to get it. We'll just keep looking at this until it makes some sense. Okay? I'm going to leave you on that note. I really love you guys. Ups and downs. It's a beautiful day, bro. I heard Coldplay. It's a beautiful day. It is a really beautiful day. If I can stay out of my mind, I'd like to, like, literally play with the kids outside if they would. I have a board game. I have Clue. If we could just sit outside and eat and play some board games with the kids and just enjoy the day and not try to, you know, be a millionaire. Not try to make $500 today. Sounds like such an easier plan. We're going back to square one, guys. We put it on only to take it off. How did it feel to wear the skin? Man, that shit was heavy duty. What'd you learn? I learned a lot. Okay, cool. You're gonna need that knowing. Let's go on to where you don't know shit. That's life, guys. I'd like to say it's, you know, it's part of the moon cycle. It's part of the days of the week. You know, on a Monday, you're just washed. You're like, fuck. I got towered over the weekend. It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. And I tell you, on a Sunday, you're pretty numb to it. By Monday, I'm be like, what the fuck were you thinking? Why did you do this? And I can't do nothing because it's already done. I told you, you don't feel good about your decisions until fucking Tuesday. I'm not going to feel too good about this until Tuesday, so it's a fight until then. We're pretty, you know. But that's it. After it's done, then I can't do nothing but what I said. But what is in front of me. So you can't do that no more. That's closed. Then fuck, you done burnt that bridge. There's no lift ever again. You're never gonna do that again. Fuck. Right. This guy just told me I could have done it at any state. Nope. You're not doing it in this state or any other one. You're not in a state of being to do that. We have a different state for you to be in. I know, right? A new state of being. That's what I'm gonna call this. Hey, I love you guys. Later, haters.